They investigate medical marijuana in our schools.
A Farmington woman says her son is missing a much-needed dose every day, and she blames federal law.
Team reporter Marissa Bodner explains their struggle and why schools say their hands are tied.
Having a child with special needs is hard enough as it is every day.
Jean Mason says her 15-year-old son Caleb has a severe case of autism.
It's tough because Caleb is nonverbal. He has self-injurious behaviors, severe OCD.
The only thing that helps, she says, is medical marijuana.
2 teaspoon dosage makes all the difference in whether he can function during the day or if he's completely falling apart.
The problem is, Caleb can't just walk down the hall and get it from the school nurse.
It's really unfair to him to send him to school every day, setting him up for failure.
Maine law allows a parent or legal guardian to come to the school and administer medical marijuana. But the Masons live in Farmington. Caleb's school, specifically for kids with autism, is in Lewiston.
We live over an hour away, and there's absolutely no way that we could afford to do that.
Her frustration isn't directed toward the school. Instead, the feds. Marijuana is a Schedule I drug alongside heroin and ecstasy, defined by the government as those with no medical use and a high potential for abuse.
I think it's absurd.
The designation limits research and means it's still illegal at the federal level, putting schools in a tough spot.
So that creates a conflict between the ability to dispense medical marijuana on school grounds by school staff.
Eileen King from the Maine School Management Association says the current policy is a good compromise. She points out parents who can't administer medical marijuana themselves are allowed to designate a caregiver. That person has to register with the state and undergo a criminal background check.
We have exhausted all efforts to try to find somebody to be able to go to the school.
That hasn't been a solution for the Mason family or some others. Last year, a parent testified at the State House about how marijuana stops her son's seizures within seconds, but only if he gets it right away.
Having to worry about getting him his medication is just a ridiculous worry that families should not have to face.
If marijuana is taken off the Schedule I list, could that change these policies?
It could. I wouldn't encourage it. I think the policies we have in place provide safeguards for all of our staff and all of our students.
There are a number of proposals in Congress right now, including to remove marijuana completely from the federal list of illegal drugs. But as you heard, there's no guarantee that would change school policies here in Maine.